So today we will see if-else statements, mean to say that control statements in C++. So let's get started. So control structure, or we can say control statement. Control structure are just a way to specify flow of control in program. Mean to say that how we can control flow of that program, that we can decide using control structures. So we have different type of control structures or control statements, that are decision making statement, and then looping statement, and then jump statement. In decision making statement we have if, else, else if ladder, etc. And other than that we have switch case. And then in looping statements we have while, do while, and for loop. And in last, jump statements are like break statement and continue statement. So now we will see different type of control structures in this video. So first of all I will explain today if else statement. So let's move on, and now I will show you if else statement. So I will right click here and then open with code. So now we will see today if else statement. So now I will name it if else.cpp. Now let's write the program. So what is if statement and what is else statement? If mean to say that if you are doing this, then you will get this. So let me implement it, then you can see it. Like I am declaring a variable int a that is having value of 10, and then I am declaring a variable int b that is having a value of 5. So what we will do now, we will use a if statement to compare these both. I had taught you in last video of operators. We had seen there that we are using comparison operators, and I had taught you that we will use if or else statements to compare them. So now I will compare them by comparison operators. Like first of all I will use that if statement. If a is greater than b, if a is greater than b, then what to do? Then we will output a is big. So what will be the output? If a is greater than b, then it will output a is big. So let me run it. So you can see the output had came here, a is big. We know that if a is greater than b, then output will be this. So this is known as a control statement. We can control the statement. Now you can say how we can control the statement. Let me show you. See it properly. If I am using here less than sign, then what will be happening? So now a is less than 5. A is less than b. That is not true. 10 is not less than 5. Now I will run it again. Let's see. So you can see here nothing had came. Why nothing has came? Because this statement is false. So if it will be false, then there will be no output. But if it is true, then there will be the output. So this is how we can control the flow of the program. So we are controlling the flow of the program like this. So now we know it is false. Then what we can do? If it is false, else we can do something else. So here we can see the another control statement, that is decision statement, that is else. So we can also use else. We can write it here, or we can also write it here, and then in curly braces we will write our statement. Note that point. Whenever you are using if, else, switch, any decision statement, you have to write the curly braces, and in between these braces whatever you will write, that statement will run. So we know a is less than b is wrong. So now else mean to say that if a is not less than b, then a will be greater than b. This is the else statement. This is the else reason. Mean to say that else we have this type of condition here. So what will be the output? Now we know that a is big. So we are again writing here a is big. Now it will come here a is big. But how we can differentiate it then? So I am writing here b is big, because we had written here if a is less than b, then the output will be b is big. Mean to say that b is greater than a, and here we had written else. Else mean to say that a is greater than b. So here will be there a is big. So now I will output this. So let us see. So as a is greater than b, so else statement is running here, a is big. Now if I will reverse it, I will write is a is greater than b, then what we will run? Then this statement will be running. Now a is greater than b means 10 is greater than 5, so here it is written b is big. That should not be written here, but I had just written here to show the output. That output will come like this. Let me change it. Let me write it hello, and let me write here hi. Now it is okay. Now if a is greater than b, then it will output hello. But if a is not greater than b, then it will output hi. So let me change the value. Let me do it 50, 55. So I done it 55. Now B is greater than A. So it will not output this value. It will output this else condition value high. So let us see it is outputting high or not. So now I'm running it again. So it is outputting high. So you had seen it. Now you had come to know that what is if statement and what is else statement. So this is all about if and else statements. So now you know what is if, what is else. Now we will use else if. Now if we want to see the situation, like if we want to check all these three, that which is the greatest one in these. So we will write here if A is greater than B, and now we will use logical operator also, and A is greater than C. Mean to say that if A is the biggest one, then we will write here A is biggest. Now we had used here logical operator. You remember that I had told you that logical operator is used, like AND is used if both conditions are true, then it will return true. Mean to say that if B and C both are less than A, then only this condition is true, and if it is true, then only this statement will run. So it is not true, so now we know this statement will not run. Now we will use here else if we want to compare multiple things. So what we can do, we can't use if and else every time. So now we can use it else if. Else if mean to say that if this is not happening, else if we can use this. Else if this can happen, like if B is greater than A and B is greater than C, mean to say that B is the greatest one. So we will write here B is biggest. So now it will run. Now we know that B is greatest. So we know that output will be B is biggest. But still we want to see that any other outcome can come here or not. So we will see else if. Now we will write if C is greater than A and C is greater than B. Now if C is the biggest, then the output will be C is biggest. So this will be the output. Other than that, now we can also write here else, means if any of these conditions will not be successful, mean to say any of these above conditions are not true, then what will be happened? Then I will write here that all are equal. Mean to say that if this is not big than this and this, and this is not big than this and this, and this is not big than this and this, then all are equal. So this is the else statement that can happen. So now let's run the program and see it is running quite good or not. So I'm running here. So output is B is the biggest. As the output is B is the biggest, now we can also do it C is the biggest by using here 5. I had now given it value of 550. So which statement will run? This statement will run. Let me see if this statement is running or not. So yes, this statement is running. C is the biggest. Now let me do that A biggest one. So I am doing this A 610. So now let me run it again so that this if block will be running here. So if block is running, A is the biggest. So now you had seen the difference between them, that how we can use the logical operator and comparison operator together. And now if we want to see the else output that all are equal, for that we have to do equal everything. So we will do everything equal and see if output is last one else condition or not. So let me run the output again. So now it is came all are equal. So else condition is now met. Mean to say that else condition is running. So now you had seen everything here. I think that you had understand it well, that what is if, what is else if, what is else condition. So these are the things that we use normally in C++ that are used very much. So this was all about decision making statements. Let me show you it again. So this was all about decision making statements, that are if else statements that we had seen. In next video we will see about switch case statement. So thanks for watching this video. Now we will meet you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep going.